It's decision time. Our team's had 24 hours since yesterday's body corporate meeting to decide if they'll let Josh and Elyse start prep work on their pool before backyard week. It's a decision that could jeopardise their whole design.
I want to try and get the ball rolling and see if the other contestants are happy to do that. They want to do pools as well. They're going to have to get the ball rolling for their backyards. So it's not just about me, it's about moving forward for everyone. Sorry to hold you up, guys. I know everyone's busy. It's been 24 hours, and I just wanted to hear everyone's verdict. We'll start with us? Yeah. We got no problem.
I've got a problem.
Why does that surprise me?
We're happy for you to go ahead.
Go for it.
No problems.
Go for it.
Majority rules.
Yeah, all good.
Sweet.
You sure that's how it works?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, majority doesn't rule.
Oh.
That's what I heard yesterday.
Block rules are, we have one ejection, it means it's a no-go. Simple as that.
Pissed off. You know, I think if there's 4 couples that agree and there's one that isn't, then, you know, why? What's your objection?
We had time to think about it yesterday. It's not fair. I knew we only had 1 week to do the landscaping.
Yeah.
If I would have known I could have changed it and had 3 or 4 weeks, I would have come up with something absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
You just told me before that you wanted to do a pool.
Yeah, we are doing a pool.
We are doing a pool.
Okay.
Prefabbed.
Okay.
So I just find it a little bit unfair.
When we were initially planning our landscaping,
Around 1 week.
we understood that the time frame was a week. So, you know, we went out of the way to work within the parameters of, you know, the rules that are the block. Therefore, I feel like everybody should do that.
We designed the landscape before we even landed in Melbourne. That's the most important part of the whole renovation.
And you already knew the plans before you got here.
It was on Instagram.
Got to do
And
research,
that's not
mate.
fair to everyone else.
That's right. That's like
So
cheating.
how's this different to use finding plans out before you get here and planning your whole house
Public
before you
knowledge,
even get
mate.
here? No, it's not. It's the
Public
same
knowledge.
thing. They're trying to do something to advance them,
Yeah.
but you're putting the brakes on them, let alone you've
At the
designed
end
your
of-
whole
at
place
the end of the
around
day,
plans you've found on the internet.
It's a
No,
comp-
we've designed our whole landscape around the fact that you've got a week to execute this, right?
Well, you have technically had, if you've done it in Perth, you've had, what, 6 weeks to plan your landscaping.
That's not true.
Well, it is. You just told us it was true.
Is that called planning?
You would-
Apparently that's cheating.
It's very
And I was
honest.
like, no, that's not cheating. That's planning.
It's like me turning around saying, guys, I'm thinking about putting a 3rd story above my car park. Just give me a couple of weeks.
To lay the concrete slab and let's whack it out.
I want to get it started. It's the same thing.
Go for
Like,
it.
rules are rules.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, I know that we're all, like, there's this little friendship vibe going on and everyone's hanging out, which is cool. But for us, it's a competition. I'm sure everyone's aware there's $100,000 at stake here. Like, kudos to you, you locked him in, you got one of the best landscapers.
Josh has one of the best landscapers in Australia. He's been on the block before, now he's doing Josh's garden. So he had the foresight when he actually found out, hey, guess what, you're going to be on the block,
wait.
congratulations.
Like, before the show started, he had booked in Franklin. Is that called cheating or is that called planning?
That's called smart.
Oh, yeah, planning, right, cool. So, for us, it's a little bit of strategy.
Yeah.
And, you know, we totally are aware that if, you know, now we bring something to the table, everyone will probably say no to that. We get that. That's what it's about.
Yeah, sweet.
It's a double-edged sword, really. You should think about it because you're in the middle block
Do you know what? We've thought about it.
and you're going to require access.
Yeah, no, we've thought about it.
Taking that opportunity away from them I don't find that acceptable. I find it a little bit nasty and rude. By them doing that, I think they've drawn a line in the sand between everyone. They're going to need a favour sooner or later, and good luck getting it.
It's not something we've taken lightly. We've sat down and we've laboured over this decision.
Yeah.
I'd love for us to all be mates and all be buddies and chummy, but we already know that most of you guys don't like us already, so...
I
not true at all.
don't know why you're making
That's not
that
true at all,
up.
Georgia.
Okay, well, it's just a general sort of, you know, you all sort of help each other out and we're sort of
Well,
hanging
Ronnie's
in
all
there.
wrapped up.
any help because you're so organised.
That's right. Look, you know what? You've
That's a
totally
bit of a
read that
silly
wrong.
comment.
I respect Ronnie for what he does, how hard he works. You're excellent at styling. You deserve the wins that you win.
Well, maybe we've just misinterpreted that then, but everyone's entitled to have their own feelings towards situations.
Well, yours are wrong.
I don't feel like everybody hates Ronnie and Georgia. I feel like they're trying to separate themselves from the group, potentially to stop creating a friendship so they don't feel bad about the way they're going about playing this game, maybe.
I guess, look, at the end of the day, right, this is what I don't want. Come auction day, my buyer walks into house 5 and falls in love with your landscaping, saying, oh my God, this is amazing. How did they do this in a week? They end up buying your house, you win $100,000, I don't. Is that fair?
We've got very, 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 very different styles, buddy. I'm not going to steal your buyer whatsoever, and I know that for a fact.
I don't know that for a fact.
I don't know that for a fact.
Ronnie's worried about Josh taking away his buyer, but Ronnie and Josh's houses are going to be completely different. Ronnie just doesn't want anyone else to win. He wants to win himself.
And in regards to the plans being online, you guys knew that as soon as we landed into Melbourne, everything was going to be approved. So
We've had this discussion. Everyone knew it was here. Everyone did their research. Everyone did drive-bys.
Did they?
Everyone's walked down bloody...
We did a drive-by.
OK, so you're telling me if 3 weeks before this competition, I walk down High Street and I go, oh, that's a nice fabric, I'd love to use that in my bedroom. Is that technically starting competition before it starts? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
But who's done that?
who's done that?
I mean, well...
What did we do?
No,
Did we use anything from my street?
No,
Name
no,
it.
but what I'm just saying, it's the same thing. What I'm saying
it's
is
not.
that... Jason, it is.
It's the same thing, but I haven't done that.
that. Come on, man.
You guys are going around in circles, though. You made your bed, guys. You're lying it.
What's
Simple.
the bed that we've made?
What?
Well, you guys are
That we
carrying on
won?
like a pork chop from week 1.
What do you
Day
mean? In
dot.
what way? You've been carrying on like pork chop since day one.
What does that mean, pork
I would
chops?
just like clarification on what a pork chop is.
I love pork chops.
Like, what? By winning? We're pork chops? By like being passionate and giving it a go and finishing early and working effectively?
It's just called planning. So this is not why we held a body corporate meeting, okay? So the vote is 4 yeses and 1 no.
Okay.
The simple fact is, if one person objects, that's it. It's a no. That's happened.
Can I get back to my renovation? I've got to finish before Saturday, so can I get back? We done or we're done? Thank you.
Thanks.
Said no starting.
They've already got a prefab pool.
Oh, well, they won't be able to get in.
Yeah.
I'll have to chopper it in.
Now it comes back.
Right now, if they need a hand, I will have to think about it.
Give them 24 hours. Buy back.
Cause baby, now we got bad blood. You know it used to be mad love. So
It's been a tense afternoon at the Block.
Cause baby, now we got bad blood.
So let me catch you up. Josh and Elyse asked if they could start laying footings for their pool in order to give their landscaper, Block royalty Dave Franklin, time to complete his design. 3 teams said,
Go for it.
No problem.
Go for it.
but ultra-competitive Ronnie and Georgia said,
I've got a problem.
to giving their biggest threat on the block an advantage.
We got bad blood. Hey!
Josh and Elyse are very capable of winning the whole lot. Why am I going to allow them an extra 3 weeks to put in a massive... Jane, Franklin Landscaping...
Actually, when you... Like, it doesn't even make sense. It's actually like, why would you even ask the question? Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And I think the sooner everybody else in this competition figures out it's a competition, like, the better they're going to be, right?
So if someone else wins the block, apart from Josh and Elyse, they can thank us.
I don't think anyone will be thanking you, Ronnie.
Yeah, put it this way, Ronnie won't be getting paid. Simple. And it's actually quite hard to get your landscaping week done when you're in the middle property.
And here's the problem for Ronnie and Georgia. Their house is smack bang in the middle, which means the only access to the backyard is from the sides. And that means they'll need permission from their neighbours.
And they're definitely not coming through my yard. And they're definitely not going to be able to go through Jason's yard. So it's going to be an expensive crane.
I don't really care what they got to do to get their pool in. What happens on their side of the fence happens on theirs. It won't be coming through our backyard.
Stuck in the middle and screwed.
It's early days.
We'll see.
So they've hit the ball over the fence. I think they've got to see what comes back. Number 3, that's a cheater's den. How's it not cheating having your design worked out before you get here? How's that not cheating? Tell me.
But have Ronnie and Georgia bitten off more than they could chew?
I mean, he said if you want to make your bed, you got to line it. I've got 2 really beautiful bedrooms to lie in.
With $20,000 on them.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable. It's very warm. Gets cold in Melbourne.
One surprise package is Clint and Hannah in House 2, who have made a strategic decision not to get involved.
The decision's been made. Does that work in our favour? Possibly.
We'll leave it at that.
And we'll just leave it at that. We haven't had... It's resolved itself, pretty much.
We knew at the end of the day that Ronnie was never going to consent to the offer, which meant that this was a decision that we wouldn't have to make. We told Josh and Elyse that we were, of course, happy for them to go ahead with the advance works, but we knew full well that regardless of what we said, they wouldn't be happening.
Something tells me the block will never be the same after today. Not that Ronnie seems concerned.
Had a shower. Just had a shower. It's been a dirty day today.
Washing the sins of the day away, are you?
No sins from me, mate. I'm a good Catholic boy. I haven't done anything wrong.
Oh, Ronnie, I would bet my bottom dollar Josh and Elyse disagree.
No, actually, no, don't.
Keen for a distraction, the Melbourneites have invited Sticks and Wombat out for dinner.
I think this is the turning point in the block's camaraderie, I suppose.
The family has been split apart.
A few feathers have been ruffled, and it's going to be interesting to see how the next few weeks rolls out, to be honest.
It might have been a tough day at the office, but at the block, there's always time for a laugh.
It's Mrs. Wombat. That is a sick wombat.
Yeah.
That's got to be in every room revealed.
But the events of the day are still playing on their minds.
Between House 5 and 4, 2 and 1, there's some sort of old school...
They just want to cut everyone off at the knees and earn as much as they can, so they've got an unfair advantage over everyone, because they're not talented at what they do. They're not skilled. He says about how he's got so much experience, mate. He's from Perth.
Hey.
If you're good at what you do,
That'll
that's
shine.
how you win.
At the end of the day, auctions don't lie, man.
No.
But he's shown his true colours, and he's proven it's a competition.
It wasn't just something that we weren't meant to see by showing his colours.
I already knew what he was about.
But he put it out there and said...
From the very start.
We are here to play the game, and we don't really care about that. We're here to win.
We don't care about friendship.
We don't care about anything but winning. That's it.
I wouldn't say we're enemies with Ronnie and Georgia, but after they made it quite clear that they're not here to be friends, things are definitely getting a bit tense on the block.